Hello, this is Charles. We're trying to think Handyman Services. I'm here to demonstrate the Wagner PowerText. This is what they call the turbine, and you just put this on here and it just twists to lock in place. And then you have the hopper, which goes on here like this. Okay. And then it comes with 3 different tips. You got a black tip, a yellow tip, and a white tip. And the instructions will tell you what they're for, each one. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to demonstrate is what they call the orange peel texture, which seems to be the most common one nowadays, as a lot of people are doing away with the popcorn stuff. Joint compound. I put some joint compound in this bucket, and as you see, it's nice and thick, but of course that is not going to go through that gun very well, so we need to make it thin. Plus, for a fine orange peel, you want your mix to be thin. So add a little bit of water here, and then we'll get our mixer, mix this up and get it nice and thin. So we put our mix into the gun, and we're getting ready to do the orange peel with the Wagner PowerText. The thing that's real important is you don't want to pull this trigger without this turbine being on. Turn on the blower. Okay, we got our mud in here. We got it nice and thin because we're going to do orange peel texture. So we got that in there. Turn on our turbine and ready to go. Okay, now what we're going to do is what we call a coarse knockdown texture. And what we did is we changed the black tip to a white tip. As you can see, this has a much bigger hole. Also, when we were doing the orange peel fine texture, you only pull this trigger back halfway. But with this coarse knockdown, we're going to pull the trigger all the way. And we've got a thicker joint compound there that's kind of like pancake batter. We're going to do a fine knockdown, and what we did is we changed our tip to a black tip. We're going to pull the trigger all the way, and we got our pancake batter mix in here. So we'll turn on our turbine, and away we go. Okay, after you spray the texture, you want to let it dry for about 10-15 minutes, and then you come along with your knockdown knife and you just hold it at an angle like this and just lightly go across. just like this. And you can see this nice knockdown, fine textured knockdown. Now we did this on the opposite side of the drywall for demonstrations, but normally if it was a fresh piece of drywall, you'd want to put some primer on it and let that dry before you texture it. Here you can see the nice fine knockdown texture, which you see quite often in many homes. That's it. Thanks for watching. This is Charles with Trying to Think Handyman Service.